What's happening, y'all? So there's something that's been on my mind to talk about lately, but I wanted to address it real quick, and maybe I'll do a deeper dive later on. But I wanted to talk about the upcoming election, and around the country we have J.D. Vance and Tim Ryan for Senate in Ohio, Kerry Lake and Katie Hobbs for governor in Arizona, Mark Kelly and Blake Masters for Senate in Arizona, Gretchen Whitmer and Tudor Lake for governor in Michigan, Adam Laxalt and Catherine Cortez Maestro, something like that, in Nevada, and Herschel Walker and Raphael Warnock in Georgia. And I just finished watching it, not just finished, I watched earlier today the Herschel Walker Raphael Warnock debate. And we'll talk about that here in a second. But what I wanted to talk about is that all of the Republican slash conservative candidates that are up for election or reelection in some cases, are flawed. J.D. Vance holds a position on abortion that is outside of the mainstream conservative ethos. And there are questions about Blake Masters' conservative bona fides. And I'm looking into it, and I haven't really found anything concrete. I see mentions here and there of basically the writer saying that there are questions, but nobody actually has anything concrete to add to it. So I don't know. There may be something there. There may not be. Who knows? Kerry Lake is a rock star, and as much of a rock star as she is, she's a flawed candidate. There is probably going to be something that comes up that a lot of conservatives are not going to agree with her about. It happens. There is no perfect conservative. We're going to have to deal with some things about some of these candidates that we don't like. And that brings us to Herschel Walker. And Herschel Walker is obviously a flawed candidate, problematic for a number of reasons. Domestic violence allegations, the stuff his son has said about him recently, his ex-girlfriend and the abortion allegations, his DID diagnosis. And he's nowhere near as articulate. He's not as smooth a talker as Raphael Warnock, his opponent. And I say that even though I believe he won the debate against Warnock the other night. But what you have to keep in mind is that although it has become a bad word lately, once we get past the primaries, it's a binary choice. You're either going to vote for more of the same policies that keep us begging our enemies for oil, that keep inflation and gas prices ridiculously high. Crime is at record highs. Our borders are open, which facilitates human trafficking, drug trafficking, fentanyl overdoses so high that it has lowered the life expectancy in this country. And all the rest of the ridiculous policies that they're pursuing and then trying to tell us that they're not pursuing. Or you can vote for people who will work to reduce inflation, work to close the border, work to fight human trafficking, work to fight to keep fentanyl from crossing our borders. Stop transiting the kids, which is another one of those evil policies that they're pursuing. And I believe Biden just did something to facilitate that for federal employee. I mean, so you can either vote for that or vote for people who will try to stop that. vote. I urge you, if you're a conservative and you don't like either candidate, you cannot stay home. You just can't. It's a binary choice. And if you choose to sit this one out, all you're doing is voting for more of the same. We can't sit this one out. So if you're a conservative or a reasonable Democrat who maybe is more in line with Tulsi Gabbard than AOC and Biden and all the rest of the leftists, you can't sit it out either. Both categories of people need to get out there on November 8th, hold their nose, and vote for the Republican candidate. Because if we don't, we all are going to suffer the consequences going forward. It's a binary choice. More of the same or fighting what we're dealing with right now. That's it. And that's all I got for you right now. It has never been more crucial to keep your head on a swivel, and especially in light of the ridiculously high crime rate we have going on. It has never been more crucial to keep your head on a swivel, to keep you, your friends, your family, your neighbors safe. Do that, and we'll see you on the next one.